Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. Right at the start of this battle, we're doing a little change to our normal startup. We're showing the equipment as a improved rammer, improved vents, and the improved gun lane drive. And he's also got vent purge there as one of his extras. The name of the commander is talon1958 of OLIMP, and this was another replay that came into their weekly session with Angelina and wasn't actually recorded, even though it did actually happen before the deadline, so it does count. Okay, the vehicle is the 212A. It's tier 9 Soviet SPG, I should say, based on the KB222. It's basically a heavy tank Arty, but it was never actually built. They did suggest it, but never actually went ahead. Okay, he's ready to go. He's aimed towards the center line. We just saw the position of one of the enemy Artys. They fired from the trees at the back, and we just spotted the spot where it came from. So he could aim in that direction and plant one there, but for the moment, I think he'll just hold off on that and try and hit this 121. He's hiding behind the bushes. Oh my gum! Well, he got a direct hit there. That was a direct hit on somebody hiding in the bushes. And so that probably did a lot of damage to whoever was there. Now it's the 203mm howitzer, and it's capable of doing 900 alpha, and it will penetrate through 52mm of armor, 10.4 meters burst radius, 12.5 to 28 seconds of stun. He planted that one behind the house because somebody was behind it, and we now know pardon me, we now know that there was a Brask in the spot where he fired. So, and that Brask is showing only half his hit points left. So it was probably the Brask that did get hit. Either that or it was an STG who's also missing half his hit points. The 121 lost a significant amount of hit points as well, but that was actually Splash from the same shot. Talon is, of course, relocating after each shot to make it impossible for any enemy to actually get a counter battery. You don't have to move that much, just a little bit, and that will actually throw the enemy off. He's also positioned himself quite well, because from this position he can hit some of the enemy tanks in the town, but instead he's actually going to go after the ones on the center of the map. Rounds out. Oh, that was so close. At least he's got stun there. Now, if you may be wondering why this is the first video this week and it's already Wednesday, I did actually go to see my doctor on Monday, and I got some fairly bad news. So that's why I was taking my time, because I had other matters on hand. So hopefully get better news next week. Whoa, direct hit there, 409 hit points. Yes, I've got another checkup on next Monday, so hopefully I will get the chance to get some videos out, and I'll try and get some made up ahead. Rounds out the LC. Oh, that was a good one. 305. He was behind the house, and of course it didn't work for him. ELCs just don't have the armor to stand up to Splash. Large number of enemy tanks over on the coast edge of the city, of the town. And we just lost our 121B who was down there. Look at that 260 burn. And that's another direct hit, with only 15 hit points this time. May have a direct shot at the Panzerkampfwagen 7, but he certainly could hit this 260. He's already hit him once. I could give it another go. It has got an included rescue, which means that there is an obstruction blocking it. It's probably one of the buildings. But he still manages to loop the shell over the building into the 260. Yes, the reason for the change in the startup to actually mention the equipment was that somebody was saying that they wanted to know what the equipment was on each of the games they played. And of course, we can see that information right at the start of the battle because it is actually showing on the screen. But because people weren't actually mentioning it, they weren't looking for the information. And one of the reasons they wanted to learn that was because they wanted to know which equipment is their preference to actually use in any game. Now, Talon and Angelina do play a lot of games, so they've got a lot of equipment that they've managed to acquire: improved, standard, and of course the bounty ones. All of theirs were the purple ones, which are improved, and those are the ones you actually get from forking out bonds to actually get them. Rounds out. Oh, splash kill. The shell went long, landed the other side, but it was still a kill. Of course, the bounty ones don't come all that often, and usually people earn them during things like Frontline or other specials. Of course, the bounty are more desirable in the long run simply because they have a higher percentage than your standard or your improved versions. Trying to line up shots, a long shot, and the Ras changed direction, so he was right to hold his fire, and he fired the round in afterwards. Now it looks like our team doing exceptionally well on the west side of the map, so it might be a good idea for him to move up, but he wants that ELC dealt with, and he has been killed, so now he can cut straight across the battlefield to join the rest of his team and fight from the west side of the map, and he's doing it. Very well played. Ideally put enemy tanks between you and the enemy. Stop to take a shot if you can. That one's going to be difficult because the building's going to get in the way. He is styling in. The 260 is a better shot. Still retreating. Moves forward. That should be good for a splash. Fires the round in. Hits the building, I'm afraid. Turn to face the Chrysler. There's only 4 enemies left. He's found the enemy RT, or at least the enemy RT has been located. He fired in and he does get the kill. Or does he? No, he doesn't. The SFAC, SFAC, the new tank. He takes it instead. In fact, the new tanks are something that a lot of people have been talking about recently. Because the SFAC came out just, well, recently with the black market. Unusual tank, double barrel, but Wargaming seems to like the double barrel guns. Fires the round in, and the Jaeger gets, he's definitely immobilized. And he is taking damage, so we're picking up the assist. There's only 1 enemy left. It's the 1-2-1. Now, he does get 1 kill. RA phase 2 couldn't stand up to that. But the 277 pops around the corner and he gets killed as well. I'm not sure if the ST2... Well, he does get the honours and takes out the 1-2-1. And the game is over. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second class tank of a Talon 1958 of OLIMP in the 212A. He managed to get a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this game. He managed to get 9, And he also got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate was 2,227, which is also very, very good. So let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see he didn't get the highest damage. That went to the AE phase 1 on our team. 4,107 hit points to that guy, but unfortunately he did get wiped out by the 212. Sorry, not the 212, the 121. Getting it right. Okay, the second highest damage turned out to be the 121 on the enemy team, 3,991, followed by the Shah Future 4 or Shah Future, I should say, on our team with 3,499. You can see that Talon got 2,193, which is a respectable score. When it came to kills, the top scorer was the G-Sword, the SVAC, and the Object 277. And on the enemy team, they're 121. When it came to second place, that goes to the Carnarvon with 2 kills. And third place, well, Talon's in that bunch with the Shah Future 4 and the Jagdpanzer E100 and the T103. When it came to base XP, we can see he's actually in 6th place because the top scorer was the G-Saw, then came the Carnarvon, then the Shah Future 4, and there's Talon at 6th. He fired only 14 rounds, got 4 direct hits, no penetrations, but 15 splashes. 2,193 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 10 to the enemy, killed 1, did 554 hit points of stun assists or 14 stuns. That's probably why it was only a second-class tanker. He earned 57,814 credits profit from that game and 2,499 experience points out of it as well. I think we can do a quick check to see, did he actually hit the Barask? Yes, but only 6 hit points. So it wasn't the Barask that was hiding behind the building with his first shot. This means it might be the G-Saw. If the G-Saw was... The G-Saw was there, wasn't it? I'm thinking it may be one of the others. The G-Saw actually took a hit for 226, and the other tank that was hiding behind there, moving about quite a bit, was the ELC and the 121. It doesn't look as if it was the 121, and the ELC, well, 305 hit points off that guy. So it might have been one of those tanks, but we can't be absolutely certain who actually took the damage on that occasion. Anyway, what does this actually mean for the contest for last week? Well, surprisingly, it actually means that Talon did beat Angelina last week, because Angelina only got a second class and a bruiser in her batch at 155.55 game, the one on Steps Assault. Whereas Talon got a second class bruiser and a Confederate. Even though his win rate was lower, he still got that extra medal, which means that he was the winner of last week's contest. But I don't know how they actually ended it. If they probably knew who actually did earn it, but I'm pretty certain that yes, it was Talon that did win the competition on this occasion. So I hope you enjoyed that game. More to come very shortly. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.